Alright, let's get it. What's going on, everybody? I'm Billy. It's my father. His name is also Billy.
Hi.
So today we'll be doing of which artist or band would you rather save? So, ready for that?
Yes.
Alright, let's get it.
Let's get it.
First is Guns N' Roses or Ozzy Osbourne.
So if we're gonna save one and get rid of one, what happens to the one that I don't pick?
So I guess let's mean that you think the one that you didn't pick was like not good and ceases to exist.
They don't exist at all.
Yeah.
It's a tough.
So this is in your own opinion, and yeah.
This is a tough list because some of these bands could have been influenced by the one that I pick. Like, say for instance, what's the first one?
First one is Guns N' Roses and Ozzy Osbourne.
So I'm gonna save Ozzy, of course.
Okay.
Definitely gonna save Ozzy. But what if Ozzy influenced Guns N' Roses?
That's actually a good question.
That's another video.
Let's
Flip through these. So I'm looking through. I got Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah.
What's the second one?
Second one is Limp Bizkit or Nickelback. Like, yeah, I think this one a little bit hard because both of these ones have had some pretty tough and rough corners they had to go to.
Both controversies on both sides, both bands for different reasons.
Yeah.
But why all the hate for Nickelback?
I
don't get.
I don't understand.
Everybody loved to hate them. And at the end of the day, they had pretty good music. But you weren't the guy that was going to be like, you know what, I like Nickelback. Because nobody liked Nickelback.
Yeah.
But yet, they sold a lot of records.
Exactly.
They sold out a lot of places.
And even sold out a lot of albums as well.
Right. And if everybody, like all these chart toppers, if everybody didn't like them, then why are they sold out? Why are they, billboards and all this stuff? So
That's a question people have been trying to ask themselves. Like, especially with like a lot in the music industry, like why? And this has been like a question for so long. Why was Nickelback so hated? That was a very, very, very interesting question of why they're so hated. And
they were a popular band. They were one of the more popular bands. And you can't be one of the more popular bands when everybody hates you.
Yeah.
So I don't know why people were, is the word embarrassed that they said they liked Nickelback? What was it? They weren't heavy metal.
No.
They were pop. And they weren't like alternative. They weren't exactly rock and roll either.
No, I
so
don't
it was
think
kind of like gray area. Like they
Straight
tried to
in the
be
middle?
rock and roll, writing a song for Dimebag Darrell, Side of a Bullet. I mean, that was cool. Animals is a little heavier. Photographed is softer.
it's more like I feel like it's more like a country song a little bit. I don't know.
Photograph?
Yeah, to me it sounded like a country song because I hear like regular guitar instead of electric guitar, and it was more softer and more like.
Yeah, well, it doesn't. They were all over the map insofar as genre. I mean, you could put them in a couple different pigeonholes and a couple different genres about.
Like, especially on tour, but that's another story as well.
Right.
So.
Right. So I'm gonna go with Nickelback.
Okay.
That was a whole roundabout answer, but.
And fun fact, they both Limp Bizkit and Nickelback were both in feuds with Slipknot. They both were in I swear.
What the fuck did Nickelback do anything? Who did they defend?
Oh, see, like the thing with Nickelback and Slipknot, they were at it when I think when Corey Taylor did not like the idea of collabing with Nickelback with Chad Kroeger. So, and then the whole like controversy broke down and it was bad. And then Fred Durst called out Slipknot and said that Slipknot fans are a bunch of fat and ugly kids. And that's the craziest thing he ever said. Because you know how that backfired? Fred Durst, the lead singer of Limp Bizkit's band, Fred Durst's children are Slipknot fans, which is crazy.
maybe the dad was jealous that the kids listen to Slipknot, not his music.
Yeah. So
Maybe that's why I said that.
So
I don't
why are
know.
you calling your like children fat and ugly kids, Fred? That's what I want to know. But
Alright.
never mind. No.
Number 3, number 4.
3, we got Drowning Pool or Evanescence.
Drowning Pool or Evanescence. I'd say Drowning Pool. I like their music better. Evanescence.
Not so
Evanescence is a mystery.
much.
The lead singer has a great voice, beautiful voice,
Yeah.
but it doesn't belong in heavy metal / rock and roll. It doesn't, unless you're going to do a power ballad, like a love song, something like that. I mean, in my opinion, she's wasting her talent, I think. But Evanescence, where are they now? They might still be torn. I don't know. I'm talking out of my ass, but me personally, I'd go with Drowning Pool.
Yeah, I don't think they're touring anymore. I feel like their whole band is just just breaking apart. And I feel like that they're like a sunken ship, like they're like the Titanic. Just
We're putting it on pretty heavy, but
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I haven't heard of Evanescence in a long time, nor have I heard of Drowning Pool. But if I had to pick 2, it would be Drowning Pool.
Yeah, because like Bodies was probably the most heaviest song you've heard by them. Probably.
Well, that's pretty much the only song I've heard from Drowning Pool.
Me
and
too.
The same thing with Evanescence
Me
is
too. Bring Me to Life.
Bring Me to Life. I mean,
both
those
songs were iconic like back then.
Yeah, they were very popular. They
In
were
the
playing on
2010s.
radios and
Yeah.
for sure. But I mean, even Evanescence, like even the voice, her voice is great.
Yeah, for sure.
And in another
It was
genre,
it was
it would have been.
majestic to listen to.
Yeah, she's got a beautiful voice, but if she's singing something else, another style of music, it would have been awesome. I just don't think it fits with the band and what they play, especially with Bring Me to Life. But people liked it, so fuck me, whatever.
That's their opinion, but
Right.
no one really gives a shit, to be honest.
What's number 5? 5?
Number
4? What are we
five.
doing?
Number 4, we have System of the Down or Saliva.
System.
System of the Down.
System of a Down, for sure.
Yeah, you don't really hear Saliva that much.
Maybe you do, maybe you don't.
That-
They had 2
that's-
good songs. One was on a video game, was cool.
Yeah,
The
one was
ATV.
one was also in like WWE with Batista. I Walk Alone. That was a good song though.
What was the one that was in the ATV game?
ATV.
Superstar. Superstar was in the ATV game, which was awesome. And the other one that I really like was on the same album. It was Superstar, and there was another one. I forget. I bought the album because I like that song on whatever. I'll come back to it. So yeah,
System of the
System
Down.
of a Down. Yep, all the time, always.
Alright. Number 5, we have Disturbed or AC/DC.
AC/DC.
Okay.
Their albums are iconic. Even people listen to them now. They have no idea who AC/DC is, or Angus Young, or Brian Johnson. They have no idea.
Yeah.
But those
Especially
songs,
like the new generation, they don't even know about AC/DC now because like I feel like we just like forgot about them from now 2024 to 2020. Like we just forgot about them like
we
1
did.
year.
Shook Me All Night Long. What else?
Shoot
It's
the
a Long
Thrill,
Way to the Top. Shoot the Thrill. Back in Black. every-
Highway to Hell,
Yeah.
Thunderstruck, like all these songs
Big
from
Balls.
AC/DC. Big Balls.
That's one of my favorites too. It's very. You want to think they're thinking that it's. You hear the song and it sounds kind of dirty.
It does a little bit.
It's not.
I don't.
They're talking about dancing in big dancing halls. They're throwing a ball.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
Yeah.
What's
Don't.
wrong with you, man?
Yeah.
So AC/DC.
Yeah.
Disturbed's good,
Disturbed.
but AC/DC is timeless.
Yeah, I
And
feel
I'm
like
sure maybe Disturbed might get there too, but AC/DC right now, timeless.
yeah. Disturbed when they first were met in 2000s, they were really good from them. With the game, Down with the Sickness, The Stupefied, God of the Mind, then My Burden, and those were good songs, but I don't think they can top AC/DC from there. Never.
Nope. Next one.
6, we got Led Zeppelin.
Led Zeppelin.
I didn't even say the
I
second.
don't care who the second band is. I don't care. Led Zeppelin. I don't care. I don't care. It could be Led Zeppelin versus Led Zeppelin. I'll pick Led Zeppelin.
Okay.
Led Zeppelin is
So-
the shit.
So the second one was Korn, and he said Led
It's not
Zeppelin.
even a choice. It's like
Okay.
it's like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar against a midget. I mean, come on. It's like Kobe Bryant against Bill Gates. Like, there's no way. Or Stephen Hawking. There's no
Damn.
contest.
Stephen Hawking is crazy.
And I like Korn. I do like Korn.
Freak on a Leash, Adidas, and
Led
Like-
Zeppelin. They're the gods.
yeah, like especially with Ocean and all those other songs that they
Man.
made.
Jimmy
But
Page
they can't
knew
top
what he was doing when he put together that band.
Yes, sir.
100%.
They do know what they're doing. I just don't think. I don't think that Korn could top Led Zeppelin.
They would say the same thing. If Jonathan Davis was sitting next to us and he said that he was posed that question, he would say the same thing.
Probably.
$1,000,000%. $1,000,000%. He probably wouldn't even be here without Led Zeppelin's influence. There's a lot of bands that wouldn't be here if Led Zeppelin wasn't even touring or even they put a song out. If Led Zeppelin didn't exist, we'd have a different world.
Probably
I
a
believe
different
that.
world with like no like rock or like even heavy metal at that point. And like it's a different world from now. It's very,
So Led Zeppelin.
yeah,
Led Zeppelin above all else, which is my favorite band. Just happens to be my favorite band of all time. I
especially
grew up with it when I was really young. I was
somewhere
like maybe
somewhere between my age when you and Uncle Chris were heading to school.
no longer than that, earlier than that. So
Oh.
I was like maybe
16 or 14 or
like
something like that.
3 or 4.
Oh,
This is
way
back.
off. I was way off.
Really,
What?
not that old, dude. Anyway, at one point we had our cousin Danny living with us, and he used to play Led Zeppelin all the time. So we put the record on, and he would play it. He would play Led Zeppelin 2, and he would play Houses of the Holy and Led Zeppelin 3. He'd also play Zoso, all of those albums, with Stairway to Heaven, and all those other iconic songs. And I just got hooked. And he would play it like every day after school. And I'd come home and I'd hear it. And it just stuck. So when I got older, my brother used to listen to it. I listened to it. That's what I grew up with. Rolling Stones too, but Zeppelin was bigger than Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
Led Zeppelin wrote the book literally on how to get money at the venues. And everybody else took note. So that's a fun fact.
That is.
They also sold their soul to the devil.
That's.
That's what I hear.
You told me that, I think, one time in the truck,
Mm-hmm.
and they were bigger than them. They sold their soul to the devil.
When
And
the
I think-
devil came in and he apparently wanted to collect, there was a lot of things that happened to everybody except for John Bonham. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
except for John Paul Jones. John Bonham lost his life.
Yeah.
Jimmy Page had a lot of problems with women. Couldn't keep a
Yeah.
relationship. Robert Plant, he paid the ultimate price. He lost his son. And although my love was for his son, it's a hard song. But anyway, the only one that didn't have a whole bunch of bad stuff happen to him was John Paul Jones, the bassist. Now, as the book reads, if I remember correctly, they would party hard. Zeppelin would party hard on the road. Like the hotel rooms, all bunch of debauchery. Big time.
Damn.
But, from what I remember from the book, is John Paul Jones stayed on a different floor with his wife. So he didn't get into all the debauchery and the wild shit and the drugs and the sex and the whatever
He was
that
just
they were
not
doing.
like out there, you know. He's not those like kinds of people.
He stayed on a different floor. He stayed with his wife and he kept his nose clean. And again, the other guys paid dearly.
Very.
But John Paul Jones, from what I can recollect from the Hammer of the Gods book, there wasn't too much stuff that happened to him. Everybody else had a big problem. Hell, John Bonham lost his life. Died.
That's probably the craziest thing about Led Zeppelin.
This is just me thinking, remembering the book. Could be wrong. Don't quote me on this. But That's what I think. All right, so what do we got?
All right. Next one, number 7, Linkin Park or Nirvana.
This one's hard.
Yeah.
Here's why it's hard. Nirvana came out, changed everything, put the whole music industry on its ear. Because it was like, what kind of sound is this? And these guys are coming from Seattle.
Seattle.
Like the grunge sound. Like, what the hell is this?
I don't think.
Never heard anything like it. Even the words didn't make sense. You read the words, it's like, what the fuck is this? But everybody loved it. When they came out with their acoustic album, that was the best album they ever put out. In my opinion. In Utero and Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Smells Like Teen Spirit's a good song.
Yeah, but
the most iconic.
When they were on MTV Unplugged, when MTV used to actually play music videos, for you young kids, I'm not sure what you know about MTV, but they never had the pregnant women and all these teen matchmaker bullshit, Jersey Shore jerk me off shit. They never had that. It was always music videos. It was all about music. That's what the M stood for in MTV. It was music television. Somehow they lost track when they put on The Real World.
Yeah, and they like put on like Jersey Shore,
which was bullshit.
I don't know why they put on like Jersey Shore. That was like the most dumbest and probably the most stupid show I've seen so far.
But they really used to play music. It was music, and then it was all kinds of music. It was Headbangers Ball with heavy metal. It was Yo MTV Raps. It was whatever kind of music, they had videos for it.
I can name like a few. Like
they had MTV News, and they also had this one chick. They had Kurt Loder, which now he's an old fuck right now, but I did see there was one chick, maybe late 90s, late 80s, early 90s, pardon me. Her name was Kennedy. She had glasses, long hair, and she was a VJ. Julie Brown, back in the 80s, downtown Julie Brown, cool. But Kennedy, she used to do all these music videos, and I think she used to work for MTV News and started to report the news. And I remembered her because I'm like, who only has one name? Like Madonna. Oh my God, Madonna. She didn't have a last name. So Kennedy didn't have a last name either. It was just Kennedy. I'm like, why is Kennedy there? Don't you know she's a political advisor now?
Wait, she is?
She is. She's a political advisor, but she started at MTV way back in the day, and she still looks the same.
Wow. That's
right?
Crazy.
It is crazy.
Sounds like the Fountain of Youth for a little bit.
Yeah, it is. Plus, and she still goes by Kennedy. Not Kennedy Jones or Smith or O'Hara or the husband's last name, it's just Kennedy. Kennedy what? Is that your last name, Kennedy? What's your first name? You can't just go through life with one name. It's not, well, Prince did.
I mean, yeah.
Madonna did.
Seal did.
Seal did, yeah. Seal did. Alright, so maybe I'm wrong on that. But it's not that common.
Yeah, you can't have just like one single name. Like,
can't do that.
What's up with that, Kennedy? Come on.
Seal, Madonna, Prince. Anybody else?
Usher.
Yeah. What's the guy with the long hair?
Guy with long hair?
The long hair. This is long hair. Damn it. He was a sex symbol.
What?
He was. All the girls were like, oh my God, not Michael Bolton. Damn it. It'll come to me.
Okay.
Alright, where are we at now on the list?
Okay, so we got number 8. It's Metallica or Motley Crue.
Like both bands.
Yeah.
And in the 80s was when both of them were the best.
They were in their, you would say that they were in their prime. They were like their thing.
In like the 80s and 90s, Metallica and Motley Crue, they were tearing it up. Damn. This is a hard one. I'd probably lean a little towards the Crue.
Motley Crue?
Motley Crue. That's my final answer. I mean, I love both bands.
They're pretty
albums.
damn like good bands.
They groundbreaking on a lot of different levels, but Vince Neil and Motley Crue.
Yeah. Because like
They were-
Motley Crue, they had a really good uprising to and good inspiration to the music industry. They made pretty good inspiration to other bands.
Well, they also had the bad boy thing going for them too.
Yeah.
They were the guys from LA. They came from fucking zero. They climbed up there. There were a lot of rumors going around what they were doing while they were on tour, what they were doing on tour, in the rooms with their partners, you know, sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
And wasn't there like a documentary called The Dirt, or like Dirt or something like that?
Which
in,
was
like,
awesome.
Netflix? Yeah.
And I hate to say, but Machine Gun Kelly was cool in that movie.
Damn.
He played Tommy Lee.
Play Tommy
He
Lee.
played Tommy Lee. I'm
I
sure he
know.
didn't have a 10-inch cock like Tommy Lee, but
No.
apparently, from what I saw in the movie and what I read in the articles, Tommy Lee was very complimentary about Machine Gun Kelly's depiction of him in the movie,
Yeah.
which blew me away. But I mean, if he nailed it,
I
and the
mean-
man himself said he nailed it, you got to go with that.
Yeah, Kelly was in some deep shit. I mean, the guy, he's figuring some stuff out. I mean, like, Kelly, like, dude, it doesn't get more complicated than that. Like, first it was Corey Taylor with you, and then it was Eminem. Like, dude, you've been in some dark places, man. Like, holy shit. Like, that's crazy. But we're getting a little bit sidetracked, though.
We're getting sidetracked, but you
Yeah.
know what? Machine Gun Kelly's probably smart. And here's why he's smart. Is because there's no such thing as bad publicity. There was no reason, I mean, other than the Dirt and Motley Crue, to bring up Machine Gun Kelly. But here we are. We're talking about Machine. He's not even on this list, but his name came up. So it's smart on his part just to start beef with somebody, just to keep his name in the media. There's no such thing as bad publicity. As long as people keep talking about you, whether they're good, bad, or indifferent, people keep talking about you, so you're relevant. He's smart like that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know what other song other than him and Jelly Roll singing Lonely Road. I've never heard anything else of him.
Yeah, but
I don't like that whole genre thing, but I grew out of the whole rap and hip hop shit.
But all I'm saying is I hope Kelly is doing good. I hope he's doing fine with Jelly Roll. But
Fuck Machine Gun Kelly. He was banging Megan Kelly. Or no, Megan. What's her name?
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox. Well, she could have been Megan Kelly.
Could, yeah.
But Megan Fox. He was banging Megan Fox. He ain't doing too bad. Right? I'm just throwing that out. Banging
Yeah.
Megan Fox, one of the hottest chicks in Hollywood. He's not doing too bad for himself. Don't feel bad for Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah.
Skinny little fuck. Anyway, come on.
Freaking blonde guy. Anyway.
Number 8.
This is number 9.
That's what I said, number 9.
We got Smashing Pumpkins or Creed.
I think I'm going to give it to Billy Corgan and Smashing Pumpkins. No disrespect to Creed, because I was a fan of Creed and Smashing Pumpkins. I had a couple more albums of Creed than Smashing Pumpkins, but there's a couple songs of Smashing Pumpkins. I never wanted to see Smashing Pumpkins in concert. I did see Creed in concert.
Yeah. Did you enjoy it a little bit?
Not really, because I got it as a gift on Christmas. They were playing like January or February somewhere, I think in not Veterans Stadium, wherever they were playing in Philly. I only had one ticket.
Was it the Wells Fargo Center?
No, it was. I think it was called the First Union Center back then. We used to call it the FU Center.
Was that at least like closed because you're in the
It's the
same
Wells
location?
Fargo Center, but
Yeah.
it's the same thing. But they changed ownership, they changed the name, all that
Just
shit.
different name.
And the whole First Union Center really fit Philadelphia's attitude back then, because we never had a championship since like 1980. I'm sorry, the Sixers won in what, 82, 83, something like that. And here we are sitting at 2000, 2001, we come close. Sixers were in the finals, they fucking blow it. They got their ass beat by the Lakers. So First Union Center was turned into the FU Center because the Philly sports fans always had a chip on their shoulder. That's another video. But getting back to this,
Yeah.
I think I give it to Smashing Pumpkins because of the longevity of their career. Creed was good, but
Smashing Pumpkins is more like they had a more like
they had a better career.
Career run, yeah.
Yeah, they had a better career. They had better music. They didn't have all the whole knock that I'm a Catholic Christian band, all that shit.
Yeah, would you say that Smashing Pumpkins were more influential to fans, or like for other bands and stuff like that?
Maybe, and I think you could hear a little bit. Speaking on Smashing Pumpkins, maybe influence. Sounds a little bit like Robert Smith and The Cure. There is some kind of influence there, I would think, because there is some similarities. There are some sounds in the music, but it'd be interesting to see who Smashing Pumpkins, who their influence was.
Yeah.
Whether it's old, new, but I can almost guarantee you that the Smashing Pumpkins pulled a little bit from Robert Smith and The Cure. Because they had some weird sounds too, and they like to dress
some
up
interesting, yeah.
But, all right, let's go number 10.
Yeah,
This
number
one.
10. Last one is Rob Zombie or Slipknot.
I'll take Slipknot. Rob Zombie's too busy making movies with his wife.
Yeah.
The first couple movies were good, like House of a Thousand Corpses, loved it. Devil's Rejects, cool. And then after that, it was like,
Yeah, I don't understand why they just switched from good songs to. I don't understand that.
he went from White Zombie
Yeah,
to
why-
Rob Zombie to
Yeah.
making movies.
It's like back to back, making this, making that. Like, wow, that's.
The Slipknot's still playing.
Yeah.
Slipknot's still together. They're still touring.
Yeah.
They're going strong, so I gotta give it to Slipknot. And there's a couple songs of Slipknot. I like more songs of Rob Zombie than I do Slipknot, but I'll give the nod to Slipknot because they're still touring. They're still doing it. They're still making music. And this guy's a fan of them. So I'll give it to Slipknot.
Yeah, I love Slipknot, especially from all their albums, but there's only one album I did not like though. And that was not All Hope Is Gone, that was a good one. What was it? It was The End So Far. I didn't like that one. For a few reasons. It wasn't like intense. Even though All Hope Is Gone wasn't intense as well. I feel like that All Hope Was Gone was better than The End So Far, because The End So Far wasn't really like more intense. It didn't keep you up at night. It wasn't that good. It wasn't enough. So I say that Slipknot, every album except for The End So Far were all good. Especially when it's the Slipknot album all the way to the Subliminal Verse, to the Great Chapter, and then all the way to the We Are Not Your Kind album. And furthermore, fun fact was that I was looking at one of the songs from the original Slipknot album, and I saw a demo of Wait and Bleed, and Corey Taylor sounded like he did not want it to do it at all. Like,
really?
He sounded like tired, like he sounded like he was out of breath, and he sounded like he had like no energy at all.
You gotta figure out if you're that lead singer, you gotta figure out what the song's supposed to sound like. So there's gonna be plenty of times where you have to take 2 takes and 3 takes and 10 takes and 100 takes just to get it right.
Yeah.
I heard that Robert Plant used to sing "Stairway to Heaven" as a reggae guy.
Reggae.
Like he hated that song, "Stairway to Heaven." He did not want to play it. Jimmy Page made him play it, and he was always trying to like make it different sounding. Yeah, so he was trying to sing it like as a reggae guy.
Reggae is a very interesting genre, but it's not very like out there. It's not very.
It's not out there. It doesn't have to be out there. It's just reggae is, from when I hear reggae, any kind of reggae, whether it's Bob Marley or
Bob Marley's good.
Who else? That's the only reggae guy that I know.
Yeah.
But it just makes me feel like I'm on an island, like I'm drinking a tropical drink. Like I Shot the Sheriff. he's talking about killing a guy, but it sounds cool. You don't think of that because you're not you hear the words, but you're not listening to it. You know what I mean? So listening to it and hearing it are two different things. When you listen to it, you listen to the words, you know what that meaning, you know what that singer and that band is trying to get across.
Just trying to make a message right there.
Right. Every song's a message. Every song paints a picture. But when you hear it, you don't paint that picture. When you listen to it, then you start putting the puzzle pieces together and you start seeing what the band and what the guy is trying to express through his words. Like, again, Animal, like Stairway to Heaven, like all kinds of stuff. Bullet the Blue Skies by U2. It's a weird song, but it means something.
Yeah. There's one song I feel like that was really, Slipknot is always meant to be like more like hyped up and more like very deep and intense. In the Iowa album of Slipknot, the lyrics were absolutely crazy. Like, absolutely crazy. Like, say for instance, the Heretic Anthem, People Equals Shit, and then Left Behind. Left Behind is one of my favorite songs. And when I seen the music video, dude, it's crazy. It's about this kid, got off the bus, working at a meat shop, living alone, like no parents at all. And I saw one part of it where he takes a bowl, gets some cereal. Guess what he puts in the cereal?
Milk.
It's water.
What a monster.
I don't know why. But the music, I'd rather listen to just the song without the music video per se. I was a little creeped out about it. But what I'm trying to say is I'd rather listen to I think the lyrics to Slipknot are crazy and very messed up. But I feel like their beat and their iconic sounding is just sounds badass in my opinion though. Like take for instance Eyeless with Mick Thompson and Jim Root. They had a good rhythm, and actually not just a good rhythm, but a really great rhythm. With doing the guitar, it was amazing. And then for Spit It Out, I feel like Corey was trying to rap.
Spit it out, huh?
Yeah. You want me to play the song?
No, I'm just spit it out.
Yeah, it's a weird song, but wait.
Swallow.
Wait, can I try and put the song on for a...
We'll do it in a minute.
Yeah, alright.
It's your turn to do this list.
Alright.
Probably putting the viewers to sleep right now.
Sorry, guys.
Rambling on about our opinions and our picks of bands, and they're fact checking like there's no tomorrow. Hopefully, I didn't talk too much shit. So, here's Billy's turn. The same list. Okay, would you rather save Guns N' Roses or Ozzy Osbourne?
Ozzy Osbourne.
You want to save Ozzy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Guns N' Roses had a lot of dark stuff, but I don't think that Guns N' Roses could top Ozzy. Especially Ozzy's songs were way too iconic and way too popular than Guns N' Roses. But I will admit, Welcome to the Jungle, Sweet Old Child of Mine were good, but I don't think they can top Ozzy Osbourne from his songs and popularity and all this.
I will say this. Guns N' Roses, their one song that they're known for, as soon as you hear the guitar when Slash goes, that song, Sweet Child of Mine, that was retired from radio because it was played so much that it was played out, and DJs refused to play it. They were like, it's too much, we get too many requests of it, we're not playing it. Same thing with MTV. They refused to play Sweet Child of Mine because it was on repeat. People always requested it. And then that's the problem with a song. If you hear it more and more and more, and you hear it all the time, and it gets played out, and you don't want to hear it, and it's like, oh, this fucking song again. I used to love this song, but now I'm sick of it. I don't want to hear it anymore. That's what happened to "Sweet Child of Mine." It was a great song, awesome song. Just played out.
But it's overplayed a lot.
Overplayed. They played it out, and when you hear it, it's like, oh, man, this song again. What the fuck, man?
Yeah, it's like it's a very good song, but it's overplayed a lot.
All right, so we agree on Ozzy Osbourne. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so Ozzy Osbourne. So we got Limp Bizkit or Nickelback.
I'm gonna say Nickelback.
All right, we agree on that too.
Yeah. 'Cause I don't think I would say Fred Durst and with Limp Bizkit. I don't think I would save them because of they have this weird and unique style of like rock and rap at the same time, but they're like, I don't think they were good, to be honest. But I feel like one song I did like from them was "Rollin'." That was the most one of my favorite songs from them.
Which version?
Which version?
Because there was a rock version, and then there was a rap version. I think the rap version was the Urban Air Assault version.
Rock. I'll say the rock. I think I listened.
Did you ever hear the rap version?
I think I did. I think we were heading to Christian's house one day, and you were playing that.
A lot of good rappers on there.
Yeah, like
half of Wu-Tang was on there.
I didn't even know. I don't think.
So Method Man. Method Man was on there. I think Redman and Method Man were on there. DMX was on there.
Did not know that. I did not know that.
I think it was. Anyway, all right. So Drowning Pool or Evanescence. This is pretty much.
That's Drowning Pool for sure.
Yeah, I mean that's
the better song. Just I don't think
harder rocking.
Yeah.
All right. So System of a Down or Saliva.
System of a Down.
Okay.
I will admit that Saliva had some good songs, but System of a Down, too good, too slick. They were just too iconic.
This is where we might disagree. Number 5.
Number 5.
AC/DC or Disturbed.
Oh, God.
It's a tough one for him.
This is a tough one. I love both of these bands. I do. But there's only one question. There's only one question. There's going to be one decision. I think for me, from what I experienced from both of these bands, from back-to-back songs, I would say I'm gonna lean towards Disturbed more than AC/DC.
Okay.
I will admit, AC/DC songs were more iconic. They're more out there, and they were more inspired. But Disturbed, I think they're still touring, and I believe they're still making some songs. Not right this second, but they are still touring, and they're also coming down here in Philly during like April, or I think April 2nd?
Maybe.
Somewhere around that in 2025. But let's not get sidetracked. So I picked Disturbed. That's all right.
Okay, sure. Number 6. Led Zeppelin or Korn?
Led Zeppelin.
Of course.
Led Zeppelin.
If you pick Korn out of the song, there's a song.
Maybe. But,
No. Definitely.
Oh, shit.
Seriously, dude? No, you're not doing this again.
No.
Go away. What are you doing? He's running the video again.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, Led Zeppelin, that was a no-brainer. We got to get more stiff competition for Zeppelin. Like, somebody that was as big, you know?
What about, I wouldn't say Gore, but...
Gore is like a piss ant compared to Led Zeppelin. All right, so Linkin Park or Nirvana?
Oh, dude, Nirvana.
See, I think that's the toughest question on here.
Really?
Here's the reason why. Because Nirvana, they blew up the whole genre. They blew it up. Seattle grunge band, growing your hair out, whatever. But Linkin Park, they came to the scene, similar thing, but then they teamed up with Jay-Z, and they did a mashup.
Oh yeah, kid, they did with In the End. Yeah, that was a good song.
Yeah, and they did a lot of mashups with Linkin Park and Jay-Z,
Crawling,
and they just fused both of their songs together.
They went really well though.
Holy shit! Like, that's a tough call. I
What a
think
tough
that
call.
one, number 7, is the hardest question on this list. Personally,
Yeah.
because Nirvana, they weren't around very long, but they made a hell of an impact. And even to this day, you can still debate, you still argue that if there was no Nirvana, then there wouldn't be any Dave Grohl. What's his band? Dave Grohl's band.
Dave Grohl.
Shit.
I don't
Drew a
know.
blank.
Arch. No.
Shit, man. I know the songs. I just don't. Damn, man. Shit. All right, so Nirvana. Which is it? Nirvana?
Yes, and Nirvana.
So sorry. All right, so Nirvana.
Alright.
What the hell is Dave Grohl's band? People are gonna be screaming at the screen. Are you serious? You don't know Dave Grohl's band? Sorry, I don't. Got a couple Jack and Cokes. Get over it. I'll Google it later, and it'll. I almost want to say Goo Goo Dolls, but I know.
Why? Why would you say
I don't know.
Goo Dolls?
I want to say Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters. That's what
There
it
was
was.
like Goo, Foo, whatever. There was something.
You really said Goo Goo Dolls.
I knew there was 2 O's in it. So Goo, Foo. You see where the conundrum was.
Wow.
I tripped on my dick on that. Okay. Whatever.
Yo, you're about to piss people off and you're about to say Goo Goo Dolls.
My bad. I just knew there was 2 O's in it. Moving on. So, number 7 was the hardest one. Can we agree on that?
That was a very difficult one from both.
Chester Bennington had a great voice. But even Kurt Cobain's voice was a little scratchy, a little raspy, a little I don't give a fuck, this is what I think. And we never heard that before.
No.
And I remember I was in high school, I was like, what the hell? And just that guitar. And then the drums. And his like his voice, like wow. It was cool.
Yeah.
You
It
weren't
was-
cool if you didn't like Nirvana. I did like Nirvana, but the unplugged acoustic version.
Definitely
good shit.
from you probably, from what you've heard, I believe that what you said, I believe that probably was one of the best albums from Nirvana.
I probably, if I had to dig, it's probably in the garage. I probably still have the unplugged acoustic version from MTV.
Okay.
That album, awesome. They picked a couple songs from their previous albums and they played it acoustic. It was incredible. It was incredible. I think I still have that. Anyway, all right. So number 8, we've got Metallica or Motley Crue.
Ooh, two
Tough
really
one.
good bands, but there's only one answer.
There could be only one.
Yeah. So
Definitely.
I will admit Metallica and some of their albums with Enter the Sandman and the Master of the Puppets.
What you keep saying it's Enter Sandman,
Enter
Master
Sandman, sorry.
of Puppets,
Sorry.
and Finger Up My Ass.
What?
Wait, no, that was Goo Goo Dolls. Getting back to Metallica.
I would say Motley Crue. I would say Motley Crue.
You
Bro.
said Motley Crue
Yeah.
over Metallica?
Yeah. I
Metal Up Your Ass,
Listen.
Why you like them?
Listen.
Master of Puppets.
Wait. Hold on. Before you judge me, before anyone judge me, I do like Metallica, but Motley Crue, when their music hits, dude, it gets you pumped. Like Kickstart My Heart, that's a good song.
I would have run through a fucking wall when I hear Kickstart My Heart.
That's a good song.
Wild Side, Dr. Feelgood.
Yes, sir. Amazing songs, especially like most some of the songs were actually really good, but not Crew. And even like that documentary from Netflix was really good as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was good. We talked about that before with MGK.
Yeah.
All right, Molly Crew. So,
One.
last two: Smashing Pumpkins or Creed.
I would say Smashing Pumpkins.
Why?
Creed had a good run with their religious like ways of singing as well and having an intense impact. But Smashing Pumpkins, I think they're more out there, and I don't think Creed was like the. They were more like religious and more Christianity, and it was cool, but they were like just not as more like that than Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah, the Smashing Pumpkins had a couple good songs, like 1979, and yeah, there were some good songs. I can't think of anything now because I'm half drunk, but it was pretty good.
Yeah.
In the 90s, I mean, same thing with Nirvana, with Smashing Pumpkins, with who's the other one? Chris Cornell and his band, Soundgarden, with Pearl Jam, with STP, like all of those bands, the grunge sound, like the new wave, that was pretty good. It was pretty good. And Smashing Pumpkins was always playing on the radio, which was cool. So, last one, here we go, to round out the top 10. Rob Zombie or Slipknot? We know what you're going to pick. That's a softball question.
Yeah, that's Slipknot
Let's
for sure.
Circle Slipknot. I mean,
That's Slipknot for sure.
That falls into the Navy no shit wall for real.
Like
Who didn't know that?
I can give like 3 reasons.
Good.
So one, I've never heard a bad song from Slipknot at all. Even from when they do like one of these like emotional songs like Snuff or Vermilion Part 2 or even The Burning Child. I feel like I never heard a bad song from them. 2, their appearance is just so badass and so freaky looking.
They're a little different, yeah.
They are. Like I didn't like Mixed Mask, and I didn't like Joey's Mask from like back then from the first album. But they were getting into it like more as they were continuing their albums. And 3, I feel like they just were more out there and they were still touring to this day in 2025 with Elo Casagrande and then with Jim, Thompson, Sid. I don't think Craig's alive. But Corey's still alive though. So yeah, Corey. But Rob Zombie, I don't think they're gonna come back after making movies and stuff. And yeah.
But in the White Zombie era, he dressed up. He had that white face. He had this bullshit over here, like he was trying to do Charles Manson and shit like that. And some of his songs were pretty out there. They were pretty weird. And then he went on his own with Dragula. And he started making movies. Okay,
American Nightmare.
Married his hot ass wife Sherry Zombie. Crowbars are in every movie, which I don't mind because she's got a great ass. And she's always in these skimpy outfits, which, thanks Rob, appreciate that, bud. But yeah, getting back to like the whole, I don't know whether he lost his edge, maybe he just didn't want to do it anymore and concentrated on movies, or maybe he just didn't think it was fun anymore. But some of the songs that he used to put out there, they were hard hitting, they were really in your face kind of shit. I like Rob Zombie. Slipknot's good too, but to me, like I knew Slipknot, they're more relevant, like I said earlier. You like them, which is good enough for me. And yeah, I mean, Rob Zombie had some kind of theatrics and all of that, but I think he wanted to go back to movies. Maybe that's why it was so extravagant in his touring and his concerts, because he really wanted to do movies. He wanted to direct and write movies, which he's doing now, which is cool. Some of the movies are hit or miss, but just depending on the eye of the beholder.
It's depending on the soul story on where it's going.
Well, who you're watching too.
Yeah.
I tell you what, his Halloween movie was good.
I have to admit, like some of the Halloween movies were good. I have to admit.
I liked how he told the story of how Mikey became Michael Myers, which was pretty cool, pretty interesting. I really enjoyed that movie, me personally. And I liked House of a Thousand Corpses. Devil's Rejects was cool.
Everything else was just miss. And...
Yeah, after that, like 31, no, couldn't get into it. The other ones I forget, but they were forgettable, unfortunately. But House of a Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects, they were good. And his hot wife was in there too. Fucking awesome. Sherry Zombie, props. But that's our list.
Yep, that's everything, everybody.
That's everything.
Soon, maybe in the future, we may do a part 2, maybe for the vocalists, drummers, or guitarists.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, so we may do that in the future, but for now, that's it for today.
That's it.
So, Dad, thank you for joining me for
Thanks for
today.
having me.
Yeah, no problem. And I also like to thank our friend here, our dog. He didn't really do much. He's just there.
Yeah.
But that's all for now, everybody, and I hope y'all have a good day. See you later.
See you.
Say hi, Dad.
Bye, guys.
See you guys later.